Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to show you some various um, potential reasons why your eraser tool might not be working like you expect it to. And this is something that happens in GIMP quite a bit, to me anyway. I don't know if it happens to everybody else, but I'm pretty sure that it probably does. Different people uh, they have different workflows, and especially when you start getting the hang of certain things, you forget to take certain steps that can cause things to be confusing. So I'm going to show you some of the various reasons why an eraser tool might not work in GIMP. And I'm just going to, there's a couple of them right off the bat that I can think of that have happened to me quite a bit. I'm going to show you those. The first one is it has to do with how selections work. If you, let's say I wanted to use this image for an ad, and I wanted the ad to be right over the top of where this train conductor is. Let's say I wanted to use this space for the text. So I selected that, and let's say I filled this with, let's say I filled this with a color. None of this really applies to why the reason would be that, why it wouldn't work, but I'm just going to show you a scenario that's similar to what you'll find. Like, let's say I had this, and for some reason I had selected this so I could fill it in, and I was going to put text in it, but I see something over here that maybe I want to erase. For whatever reason. Now, this isn't a perfect scenario because why would I want to be erasing a background, but you get the idea. If I switch to the eraser tool right now and I try to use it on this image, you're going to see that nothing happens. It's not working. You know, it works over here, and that's really the whole issue. Is I have an open selection. So I've told GIMP, hey, whatever I'm doing, I only want to do it in here. And then I switched over to the erase tool and I tried to use it outside of the selected area. So the first thing to check is if you've got something selected somewhere on the layer. Now, sometimes selections can be very, very small and you don't even see them. So a good way to remove all the selections at once is just to hold down Control and Shift and hit the A key, and they all go away. Now everything's unselected. Now if you can't remember that key combination, you can just come up here to the Select menu, click Select, and then select None. Now obviously I can't select None right now because nothing is selected, but this would be lit up. This would look like this one. It would be highlighted with white lettering if there was something selected at the time. So that's the first reason why your eraser tool might not work, is because you've got something selected and you're trying to use the eraser tool outside of the selection. Okay, so that's one. The other big one that I can think of has to do with how images are composed, and particularly if you got this image from somewhere else, like if you generated it with AI, or if you took it and brought it into GIMP from an exterior source, this may be something that happens. Now I'm going to try to select, or I'm going to try to erase this conductor. So I'm going to come up here and get the eraser tool. I don't have anything selected, but watch what happens when I try to erase this guy. It erases him, but it's not giving me a transparent background. So it looks like I'm painting on the image instead of erasing. And that happens because of the type of photo that I'm using. Now, this photo is actually a PNG file. It is a PNG, and so I should be able to see through everywhere I erased. I mean, after all, that's what an eraser tool does, right? It erases everything and leaves you with a see-through surface. But the reason why that's not working is because this image does not have what's called an alpha channel. Now, if you come over here to the channels tab in your, like right over here where your layers are, if you click this tab right here, you'll see the channels. Now the way images are created digitally is there's 3 layers or 3 channels that go into an image. Believe it or not, there's a red channel, a green channel, and a blue channel. And you have, if you can turn these off. So this is the red channel. This is just the red layer or the red channel of bits. And then this is the green channel. And if you show green and red at the same time, you get what it looks like with yellow. Right? So that's the green channel. And here's the blue channel. When you put them all together, you get a full image with all of the colors. So that's a side issue. That just helps you understand what an alpha channel is, because you have these channels that tell the software what to show, what colors to show. So when I when I use the eraser tool, I'm erasing. Now see, I have the green channel selected, so I'm erasing the green channel because I'm operating only on that channel. What happens if I use just the blue? Well, I get a different color that's left because I'm removing the blue from the image. Now if I select all 3 of these and I erase them, nothing happens. If I select none of them, I get white, which is what was happening on the layers when we were looking at them. So how do we fix that? It's very easy. All of that was to show you this. We need to tell GIMP, hey, take into consideration how much you can see through these pixels too. And all you have to do is come up here to the layer. Let's go back to, actually I want to leave this like it is so you can see what happens. Come up here to the layer menu, and you come down here to transparency. Now this only works if your image is capable of having an alpha channel, but PNGs and GIFs and I think WebPs may have an alpha channel or an alpha data in them. But you just come up here to layer transparency, and you'll see this. See this option? I can add an alpha channel. Now, if it already had an alpha channel, this wouldn't be lit up. But because there's not one over here, I'm going to add one, and watch what happens down here to my channels when I add one. So now we have an alpha channel. So if you want to work on an image and you think you might be wanting to erase some stuff, an easy way to find out is just come over here and look at your channels and see if it's got an alpha channel. If it does, then you can erase. Now watch what happens when I erase this guy. You can see right through it. That's what you probably were expecting when you ran into the problem. So those are a couple of big reasons, common reasons, not necessarily big. Once you know and understand what's happening, it's not an issue at all. But if you're new to GIMP and you're new to photo editing and you go to erase something, that can be very frustrating because something is not working the way someone said it was supposed to work, and you can't figure out why. So those are the two big things that I can think of right off the bat. If you are having trouble with the eraser tool not working, check the alpha channel and make sure you don't have anything selected anywhere else on that layer. If you had multiple layers, I'll show you this real quick. If you had, see I have this layer selected, and I'm going to put a selection on that layer. And then I want to go down to this layer and I want to use the eraser on it. See, I can't use it even though I'm not working on the layer that's selected. This is the only place I can use that eraser tool. I can use it on this layer inside of that selection. So it can be a selection on any of your layers. So if there's one anywhere in your project, and just to show you what else might happen, is if you use the select none, right? That wipes out all of your selections on every layer, even the layer that I wasn't on. So that's pretty much the easiest fix. If your eraser tool is not working, go up and hit select none and make sure that's grayed out, and if it is, then it should work. If that's not, and then if you go to use it and it's leaving white or some color behind it, it means that your alpha channel is messed up. Sometimes when I'm working in it, even if I have an alpha channel and I don't have a selection, sometimes I'll erase something and there'll be this weird color behind it. And all I do is I save the project. I come up here and I save. I go File, Save As, give it a name, put it on my computer, let it save it, and then I close it, and then I open it back up. And when I open it back up, it's working fine. So it could just be a bug or something that you did in a specific order that causes that issue. So that is a couple of explanations as to why your eraser tool might not be working in GIMP, and I hope that helps you, and thanks for watching.